it's Han. So today's video is going to be a tutorial. It's like a 2-in-1 tutorial. It's basically a Valentine's Day to night look. I've never done a sort of like day to night look before where I start off with like a more minimal sort of daytime look and then I transform it into a nighttime look. So I'm so excited to be doing this and I really hope you guys like it. Let me know if you do and I will do more sort of types of these tutorials. Obviously this is the more dramatic look which I show you towards the end. The first one is a lot more sort of like soft glam depending on what you are doing for Valentine's Day if you know anything at all. Do not be put off by Valentine's Day if you don't have a bae. Like I don't have a bae and I'm still gonna find a way to wear this makeup, believe me. I'm kind of tempted as well to do like a video that's like 5 things to do on Valentine's Day if you're single. Let me know if you want me to do that because I was chatting to some of my friends before and we came up with some really good ideas, so I'll upload that and film it next week if you want it, but if not, it's fine, let me know. But yeah, this is obviously like the super dramatic one. There's kind of like, it's like 3 looks in one because I show you this look with a nude lip as well, so I really hope you like all 3. Let me know in the comments which is your favourite one and make sure you give this video a massive thumbs up if you want me to do more tutorials like this that are like day to night. I'm gonna go anyway because my camera is flashing, the battery is about to die, but I really hope you enjoyed this video and if you want to see how I achieve this look and the more daytime look as well, just keep watching. Okay, so starting off with a completely bare face, we're going to do skin today. You're going to have to mind my voice by the way because I've got such a sore throat, but I'm just using the number 7 Beautiful Skin Day Cream. I love this stuff. I've not used it in a really long time, but I got a new pot and I just absolutely adore it. It makes your skin look so dewy and hydrated and cleansed, so I'm just popping it on with a split fibre brush by MAC because I didn't fancy using my hands today, I don't know why, and then I'm just going to put some primer on, so I'm using the Nivea Post Shave Balm, and again just applying this with a brush. You guys know this is like my favorite primer ever, even though it's not technically a primer, but it does a very good job. So yeah, just blending that all down the neck as well. And then we're going to go into foundation. I'm just using the Makeup Forever Ultra HD stick. I use the shade Y325 if anyone wants to know because I do see some comments asking sometimes. And I'm just buffing this all in with I think this is a Morphe M439. Literally just patting it in and pushing it into the skin because that gives the best coverage. And as you can see, it actually matches my tan for once, which is really nice. So just blending that all over the face. As you can see, it's got a really beautiful dewy finish as well, so it looks lovely on like normal to dry skin. And then I'm just going to take a darker stick. I think this is Y445, but I'll leave the shades down below. And I'm just going to use this to cream sort of like bronze, so I'm basically warming up the skin a little. I feel like doing this enhances bronzer and it makes it all last a lot longer as well, so I'm just popping some where my cheekbones are and then also on my temples and around the jawline, and I'm just blending it out with a smaller buffing brush, and I'm using the exact same motions because they're like a similar foundation. I don't swipe, I still just like push it into the skin as you can see me doing, and I feel like they just combine really well and they like melt into each other and they just look absolutely flawless and stunning. So on the neck I do sort of drag it down a little bit just to blend it, but yeah, it does look quite warm, don't mind that. It does look like better once the bronzer's added. Then we're just going to go in with some concealer, so I'm mixing Maybelline Fit Me in the shade 10 and then also applying a little bit of the NARS Radiant Creamy as well, just because it's slightly paler so it highlights a little bit more, but just popping it under the eyes, on the chin where my smile lines are, and then also on my nose and a very little bit on the center of my forehead as well. And then as you can see, yeah, the NARS one is slightly lighter, so I'm just popping that where my cheekbones are, where I want an extra bit of highlight. And then I'm just going to blend it all out with a beauty blender. I feel like you've seen me do these steps a million times, but I like using a beauty blender for concealer because it absorbs the excess and it helps to prevent any sort of unnecessary creasing. So I'm just again patting that in, not dragging it or swiping it or anything like that because we want to keep the coverage there. And then I'm going to set everything in place with some Stay Matte by Rimmel. I've been really enjoying this powder recently. I feel like I'm the last person to love it because it's been going around for so many years now, but I do really like it because it feels very lightweight on the skin, but it does a good job of setting as well, and it kind of just takes away any unnecessary shine because the Makeup Forever stick in particular is really dewy. Then I'm just going to do brows off camera. I'm going to do a brow routine soon, so you will see how I do them then. Starting on 2 eyes, we're only using 2 eyeshadows for this daytime look, which is so cool. Like, I love it when it's just minimal stuff. So I'm first off taking Creme Brulee by Makeup Geek, I believe this is, and I'm just popping this in the crease with a MAC 224. I'm not being particularly messy because when it's a daytime look I kind of just whack it in the crease, so it's good to go. But yeah, just blending it from the outer corner to the inner corner as you can see. And then the only other shade I'm going to use is Burnt Pepper by MAC, which technically isn't an eyeshadow, it's a blusher, but oh my goodness, if you do not have any blushes by MAC that you use as eyeshadows, you really need to pick some up because they do such a beautiful job, and I feel like they have way more like warmer sort of nice crease shades in the blushes than they do in shadows. So yeah, I definitely recommend them. And then I am just doing the same on the lower lash line, and I'm going to do the technique that I always do when I've got foundation on first, and I'm basically going to extend my lower lash line, as you can see me doing here, and then just blending it into the crease colours again. So this just helps me keep everything clean. Like if you want to do it a different way and you want to be messy and then wipe away, that's fine, but I just prefer doing it like this. Once I've got the outline, I just go in with a 217, I think this is a 217 or an E25 by Sigma, either way it's a tapered blending brush, and I'm still just using that burnt pepper shade and just building it on top of it, so we've got like layers of colours. And then I just go back in with the big blending brush and just sort of smoke it all out, and it should look something like so. But yeah, I'm not particularly like tidy with daytime looks. I just sort of whack stuff on my eyes and then just leave it as you can see me doing here. So this is what it should look like when you are done. Just something nice and simple and sultry and smoky, all of the S's, hello. And then I'm going to use some black eyeshadow. Any black will do, but I'm using Corrupt by Makeup Geek, and I'm just going to press this into the upper lash line to prepare for falsies. You don't have to wear oh my goodness, I cannot speak. You don't have to wear falsies for this look if you don't want to, but I just love whacking on a pair of falsies, especially if it's for like a Valentine's date or something. I just think they look nice and flirty and fun. So popping some mascara on, and then I'm going to use J Makeup, which look like this for the daytime look. They're my favourite lashes like ever. I just think they're absolutely stunning. So those are our daytime lashes, and then I'm going to do some lower lash mascara as always, just to make sure they balance out with the top sort of falsies. Then onto bronzer, I'm using Too Faced Chocolate Soleil, and I'm just blending this on my cheekbones, temples, jawline, all the places I usually would. I have just filled in my hairline as well, like in case you've noticed that my hair has sort of like gone a little bit darker at the roots. I always do this when I've got a tight pony, and just because like it blends everything a lot better, and it stops me getting like a sort of line between where my skin's quite fair and where it's got fake tan and like a darker foundation on. It does look quite intense here, so I start, as you can see, blending out with a foundation brush, but it's just a really good tip if you wear fake tan and a darker foundation like me, but you like wearing a tight bun, just to make sure that your hair, plus my hair is dyed, like this isn't my natural colour, so I do have to just correct it a little bit. Then onto highlighter, I'm using the Makeup Forever Pro Light Fusion in the shade 2, just because I feel like it's such a beautiful glow. Like this is my favourite daytime highlighter because it's nothing too intense, it just looks like your skin is super luminous and dewy. Yes please. And then we're going to finish off with lips, so I'm using Strip Down by MAC. I feel like this is just my go-to, like I use it all the time for a nude lip, I love it. And I'm just lining my whole lips and sort of overdrawing them a little bit in places that need it. And then for the actual lipstick, I'm going to use one by Anastasia, which is in the shade, it's a liquid lipstick in the shade Naked, which looks like so. And I'm just going to pop this on the centre and blend them together. These two are such a good match. Like I've only recently started using the Anastasia one, but I love it. Like it's my go-to nude lip now, kind of. It's like almost replaced my Too Faced one, even though I still love that. So I'm just popping this all over the lips and blending it in with the liner like so. And then you just want to top off with some gloss, so I'm using the Butter Gloss by NYX in the shade Fortune Cookie. This is like my fave nude gloss ever. It makes your lips look so glossy as well, like it's really intense, which I just love. So I'm just popping that on top just to sort of like make it look a little more shiny. And then I'm finishing off with some Jouer Skinny Dip as well, and this is the finished look for daytime. Nice and sort of sultry and girly and flirty, so perfect for like daytime dates or things like that, or if you're just going out shopping or out and about, you know what I mean. But now we are going to switch it up into something a little bit more glam, like hello little wink. So you just want to start by taking off the falsies, because we're going to go for drama llama on the eyes today, boys and girls. We're not fucking about. Wow, I really need to stop. But seriously, whip those falsies off, or if you've just got mascara on, then you don't even need to do this step, because we're going to do more dramatic eyes now. So going back in with that MAC palette, I'm taking Devil blusher, and I think it's called Apple Red. They'll be linked down below, but they're just my go-tos for like red creases. I'm just taking the same 224 and starting to deepen that crease up, because we want something nice and bold and red, seeing as it's Valentine's Day. And then I'm going to take Bitten by Makeup Geek and mix it with the one that I'm about to point to, which I don't know the name of, but I will link it down below. I am going to do a video soon about my Makeup Geek shadows, because I know a lot of people want that, so do not worry, I will do that. But I'm just mixing those two and popping those in the outer corner, as you can see, and just blending it back into the crease, because we want to create a little bit more definition, seeing as we're going for a more evening nighttime look now. I'm also going to put it on the inner corner as well, so I'm using I think it's a Makeup Forever pencil brush to apply it, just to make it nice and precise. And I'm just going to pop it on the very inner corner so it creates a sort of halo eye, as you can see. And then you just want to blend the two together and you will have something that looks along the lines of this. Then we're going to go in with Curtain Call by Makeup Geek. This is the most beautiful foiled eyeshadow ever. Like, it's just a bright cherry red. And that's going to be like our pop of shimmer on the lid. So I'm just packing that on with a 242 like so. As you can see, there was a lot of fallout from it, but don't worry, as long as you've set your face well and there's like, it's not too sticky from the foundation, you'll be absolutely fine. Then we just want to go in with a wing. Like, obviously this is optional, but I wanted to do a wing for this look because, as I said, we're doing drama llama. So I'm just creating the wing first with an E65, I want to say this is, from Sigma. I will link the brushes down below. And I'm just creating the wing and then dragging it back towards the lash line because that's my favorite and easiest way, in my opinion, to do a wing. Like, I prefer to create the shape of the wing first. So I'm just taking my time with this because obviously we've not got much of a guideline apart from the shadow that we did earlier. And then, as you can see, I'm dragging it back towards the lash line, and then you just want to start filling it in once you are happy with the shape. So I usually fill in the wing first, and then I just drag it back towards the lashes and do the upper lash line after that. And then I just build up the wing depending how bold you want it. Like, I like my wing liner pretty intense, but if you just want something quite kind of like slim and just like a short flick, then you can totally do that as well. Like, it's completely up to you. Afterwards, we are just going to tightline with a black liner just to make sure our lashes look super full and black. Like, this is a really good trick just to make sure that your falsies and your natural lashes and all of your wing liner blends really well, because then you can't see any sort of nude skin peeking through. And then you just want to do the same on the lower lashes as well, because I wanted something quite intense, as I've already said. So I'm just popping the black in the waterline as well, and then it's just a case of buffing the same crease colors underneath. So the, what was it, Devil, Apple Red, and then Bitten, I'm just popping those on the lower lash line, and then also building up a little bit of black as well, just to make sure that the black in the waterline didn't look too stark and it sort of blended into the warmer shades nicely. So this is what it should sort of look like once you've done all of those steps. And then you just want to finish off with a different set, or you can use the same set, it's completely up to you, but I'm just using a different set of falsies. These are Rodeo Drive by Backstage Beauty, and I've really become obsessed with them. Like, I know in my first impressions I wasn't entirely sure, but I absolutely love them, so 100% recommend those. I think they're fab, especially if you like a dramatic lash. Then I'm just going to take the Solstice palette by NYX, and I'm just going to use the paler shade to first off highlight the inner corners, and then also to apply on the tops of the cheekbones, just to intensify the highlight a little bit more. Especially if it's an evening look, I feel like you can get away with blinding someone a little bit more. So I'm just going to pop an extra bit of that on, as you can see me doing here. And then I think we've just got lips left to do. Yeah, so this is the look with the nude lip. If you want to keep the nude lip, which is what I would probably do, then that's completely fine. And if you are actually going on a date and you're going to be kissing some boys, then I would recommend the nude lip because it's not as messy. But if you want a dark lip because you don't give a fuck, then we're going to do a dark one now. So I'm using the Leo Lip Kit by Kylie, which I will show you in a minute. I'm just removing that lipstick and then also popping some foundation back on the lips like so. And then yeah, I'm going to use Leo by Kylie. This one applied a lot nicer than my other darker red. This was my first time using this one because I do have issues with some of the darker shades by Kylie, but this one worked a lot better. So I'm just popping the lip liner on, lining my lips as you can see me doing here, and then I do fill in my lips completely with the liner, which I do with pretty much all my Kylie lip kits, and then I just pop some of the liquid lipstick on top. And that is the finished look. So I really hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. Give it a massive thumbs up if you did. Let me know in the comments which is your favorite look, because I would love to know. And let me know what you're doing for Valentine's Day. Like, are you going out? Are you staying with your friends? Tell me all your plans because I would love to know. So thank you so much for watching. I love you guys to the moon and back, and I will speak to you in my next video. Bye! Bye-bye!